today, the 30th of September 2013, a new tariff regime for poultry products will enter into force. So it's already entered into force as we speak. And this is the result of an investigation which was carried out by ITAC following representations from the poultry industry, but also involving a lot of consultations with all kinds of other interested parties, both in South Africa and elsewhere in the Southern African Customs Union. Basically, what we have is we've had a situation in which there has been a drop in the production of poultry products in the whole of SACU between 2010 and 2012, a drop of about 9.5 million kilograms of poultry products. And at the same time, we've seen an increase in imports of poultry products of about 61 million kilograms. So we've seen imports coming in, and we've seen a reduction in production by the local or the SACU poultry industry. We need to support productive sectors in our country. The independent investigation by ITAC is following mandates in which we say there's no a priori indication from government as to whether should be high or low tariffs, but they must take into account the productive capacity issues as the first priority. But we've also had to bear in mind that the food price issue is important, and we've had to strike a balance. Chickens is a very, very basic industry. It's an industry in which the barriers to entry are quite low, in which it is quite possible for small-scale chicken farmers to be operating successfully in our country, as well as in SACU. And it's an industry in which, according to the figures that we have in South Africa, it employs 48,000 people, with a further 60,000 people indirectly employed in support industries which are dependent on the poultry industry. So in one way or another, there are 100,000 jobs at stake, and I think the figures I told you earlier are indicating to us that the industry is bleeding, and is particularly bleeding in respect of imports of products which are really not consumed in large parts of the developed world or the richer world, but which are basically offloaded on other markets. And so what we've done is we've introduced a differentiated set of increases. And the first one, let me just run through them, what they are. The first one is what's called whole bird, and it's got a tariff heading which is mentioned in your statement, 0207.12.90. This is the upper income market. This is less than 1% of the total poultry imports of the last 12 months. And in this case, we have imposed the highest duty increase. So we've taken the duty from the current rate of 27% to the maximum bound rate under WTO rules of 82%. But for the others, the increases are much less.